everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a story time video today. I'm going to be talking about the worst audition I've ever had. Now, I could go into the more, the most embarrassing auditions I've ever had, but thankfully this really bad audition was nothing that I did. It was the person casting this. Now, due to privacy issues, I'm not going to say this person's name or what the thing was going to be about. Honestly, I don't want to do this video and have it bite me in the butt later. Now, if you're an actor in the Boston area, you use one of 3 sites to find work as an actor. You use either Backstage.com, NewEnglandFilm.com, or AnyActor.com. This job that we're talking about is something that I found on NewEnglandFilm.com. Now, Backstage is pretty good. They'll actually, what's the word I'm looking for? They'll actually check to make sure this is a legit job before letting it stay on their site. In certain places, Any Actor is also very good because it's this one person that really runs it. Any film, like New England Film, you gotta use your judgment. Now, back in January, I found a listing for a public service announcement. It was described as a short film as well. The listing wasn't exactly clear what it was. It was a pay job, and it looked like it was going to be only 1 day's worth of work. He's like, no, that's pretty flexible in the schedule that I have now. Let's put my name in. Now, this is the cover letter that I pretty much send to every job I apply for. I pretty much made this cookie cutter thing, and then I just fix it where necessary according to the job. So I send this cookie cutter cover letter to this person, and I actually didn't have to wait long for a response. This person replied back right away. For the purpose of this video, we're going to call, it's a him. We're going to call him Steven. We're going to call him Steven. He doesn't reply with a hello or what time your audition is. He responds with, do you have any pictures that would make you look like a high school girl? And you can see the signature, it's sent from his iPad. That little tidbit will be important later, I promise. Now, normally that would raise my hackles, but honestly, I applied for a job that, the role is really for a high school student. I can usually get away with that. I'm told that I look like in my early 20s, which is the age group that they'll hire out for high school roles. Usually, not always, but usually. Then I respond with some pictures that make me appear younger. They're pretty recent pictures as well. I hope these are helpful to you best, Rachel Hobson. Yes, those you do look young. When are you available? Sent from his iPhone. I respond with, I have the most flexibility on Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and some Sundays. If we're trying to schedule an audition, you can add Wednesday mornings to this schedule. He responds with, I can do Friday. I'm not a morning person. So, and he writes you as in a U, not Y-O-U. I edit film in the morning. My morning starts at 11, sent from his iPhone. And this is where, I start getting this really weird vibe from this guy. I couldn't explain to you why or how I got this weird vibe. I just was not feeling good about this person at all. One thing in this industry, you don't have a set schedule. And I'm not a morning person either, but you expect to work in the mornings in this industry. Especially since most of the time it's a 12-hour shoot day. If it's going to be a day shoot, you start at 8. And that's a generous later time. You start at 8, but your call time is probably 6 o'clock in the morning. And then it's a night shoot, you show up in the afternoon to be on set for about 8 o'clock at night. This isn't always the case, but it's pretty general. And because I got this really weird vibe, I wanted my husband with me. Like I said, I couldn't explain or I couldn't tell you why I got this weird vibe. I just got this weird vibe from this guy. At this point, I also did some, I was going to say sleuthing, but I straight up stalked this guy on the internet. Thankfully, he was a real person. I was able to find his demo reel because he's an actor as well. But in this, I went to check the ad, and on the ads, you're able to click on the link to the project. I click the link, and it's to a demo store, not to the project or to his email address. And it's a demo store because you can't actually buy any products on here. This looks like the guy had started doing a nutritional website and then used that as his website but it's not up and running. In fact, it had this giant sign saying it's not, I don't think he was up on his payments of this website. I can't remember now, but the whole website looked very shady. Everything to me just screamed that this guy was an unprofessional. So I wanted my husband with me, which meant that I had to wait until my husband got out of work. So I asked, would you be open to Monday or Tuesday after 2:30? It would be most helpful to me travel-wise. I'll already be in Woburn for work. Normally I'm in the Natick area. This audition was actually in like the Gloucester area, if I'm remembering right. It was definitely in that North Shore area. Okay, and then I replied back because this is where like that feeling just got super strong. On Mondays, I wouldn't actually be able to go with my husband. I'd be by myself. And so at that point, I went, you know what? I really want my husband with me. And so I replied with, to be honest, for the audition, I would be most comfortable on Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. So when my husband gets out of work and he can drive me. And he responds with, 3:30 I can do, but it's not the best time here. It can be noisy. But if that's what you can do, I can do it, sent from his iPhone. I respond with, thank you, where will the audition be? Are there sides that I should prepare for? See you Tuesday. At this point, we've made a time, but he hasn't given me a location. He goes, okay, here's the address. Okay, now I remember what this location is. My office is in the gym I own. You need to bring 3 to 4 outfits a high schooler would wear that you would see on a local ABC CBS after school special. You're playing a victim, a hero, and a villain. You have to try out for each, so it'll be facial expressions and timing, no lines. Leave me your number, please. I respond with, got it. Here's my phone number. Also listed on my resume. And then that's it. We had this conversation January 7th. So January 15th rolls around. It is Tuesday. I find the place, which is actually in this really run-down factory area. So it's not making me feel the safest. But it's fine. I have my husband. We go upstairs to where this gym is. And as soon as we walk in, all the lights except for one is off in this massive gym. This scene looked like it was straight out of The Walking Dead. No one was in this room. The room was massive, lights were off, so as far as I knew, nobody was here. I hear something in the background. I say, honey, wait here, I'm gonna see what that is. He goes, okay, but be quick about it. I'm getting all sorts of sketchy vibes from this. I go in the back and I see one person running on a treadmill. All right, so much for it being noisy and busy, but okay. Now let me say, this gym didn't really look the greatest. It looked pretty run down. It looked so full of equipment that when I walked in, I could have sworn that someone took like a basement space and just put a bunch of like gym equipment there. Like you look down and you see like the rug is torn up in places, so you can see the cement floor. In other corners of this place, it's just storage everywhere, like boxes thrown, and you can see like materials for this website I told you about. So obviously this guy is still trying to get this website up and running. I'm at the main desk in the front. No one is there, and I wait. Now I see in the corner here, like over here, that there's a door. But I didn't know what that was. I'm not about to go exploring in this creepy place. I need to use the bathroom. I go on this side, I find the bathroom, use the bathroom, come back. Now before I came inside, I actually was running a little late because I got lost, because like I said, it's a series of factory buildings. I email him, I'm here, I'm just trying to find the correct building, sorry for keeping you waiting. And then I email him again, hi, in your lobby. This is at 3:36 that I had emailed him. We waited for almost an hour before we went, F this, we're leaving. He finally emails me at 5:06 p.m. that day. Now granted, I could have knocked on that door on the side. I could have found some sort of telephone number that was displayed. Like I know there was a flyer and there was a number displayed, but I don't call numbers that I wasn't given to willingly. Like he didn't like consent for me to call him, so I didn't call him. I didn't start knocking on doors, and if anything, If you're waiting for somebody and you know you're in a weird spot, you try to be super considerate and you wait in the main lobby. You wait outside. Now, I'm getting heated because he finally emails me at 5:06. Why didn't you call? I probably walked right by you. What? Oh, no, you didn't, friend. Because my husband definitely would have saw you because he was on edge the entire time. He certainly didn't feel safe. And I felt better knowing that my husband was with me. But it was dark. And because we were super anxious, we would have seen somebody walk past. I walked back down the stairs. No one was hanging out downstairs. You didn't call me. So when I made a point of saying, sent from my iPod, sent from my iPad, sent from my iPhone, I knew his email was attached to his phone. So me emailing him, he would have gotten my messages. So even though I didn't call, I did reach out and he should have gotten them. And he did, obviously. And that response, that last one, why didn't you call, sent from my iPhone. So this jerk was getting my messages. So most likely this guy probably took a nap because obviously this guy isn't really much of a morning person. Or he was busy doing something else and expected me to call to either wake him up or remind him that, hey, you have a meeting with me. And no, I'm not your diary. And so this guy probably got mad and then proceeded to try to gaslight the out of me. So yeah, so I'm swearing and I'm really sorry, but that's how heated I got over this stupid messaging thing. I never responded back. I was like, you know what? You gave me such weird vibes before I even met you. I brought my husband along because I didn't feel safe. Imagine I had been by myself in this, what seemingly is an abandoned gym. That's how you get kidnapped. I actually felt so uncomfortable that I downloaded Noonlight, which is basically an app. Downloaded it ages ago and was like, you know what, let's re-download it. It's an app that once you put it on, you keep your finger on this, it lights up red, and as soon as you let go, if you don't put your pin in by a certain time, I think it's within 10 seconds, cops come to you. So I had downloaded this and I had my finger on this the entire time my husband and I were waiting to meet this guy. I also got a found me thing, like one of those keychains, like finding thing. It's a little Bluetooth GPS on your keys. I'm like, well, at the very least, if I get taken, my corpse will be found. Like, I'm saying that jokingly, but you know what? At least what my case, whatever, will be solved. Like, I'm jokingly saying that, but that was like a legitimate thing I was trying to think of. Like, overall, this just made me really, really uncomfortable. I don't even know if this guy actually was able to cast this project or this project even happened. You know what? It's a good possibility that I threw away an awesome opportunity. Not worth it at that point to me. Now, payment was actually never discussed. And also, you don't take clothes to an audition. You take clothes when you get hired. At least in my experience. Like, I've done extra gigs and they don't ask what clothing you have. They ask you, hey, hi, you got this job. Bring what you can for this, and if it doesn't match what we have, we'll give you something. But we would prefer to use the clothes that you bring. That's usually the case for non-union gigs. If you're union, you get compensated extra for bringing your own wardrobe. So something makes me think that even if I had got hired, this guy probably would have paid me very little, if anything. Most likely we would have agreed on a price point. I would have come, do the work, and then fight for 3 months to get paid and maybe never get paid. Honestly, a bullet dodged. Alright, so that's all I got for you for today. Let me know if you enjoy like these story time type of videos. I have a couple of other ones I would love to tell, but I don't know if I should do them if you guys don't like these type of things. So just let me know down in the comments if it's worth doing again. What would you have done in this situation? Would you have actually gone to this audition even though like bells are firing off in your head? Let me know. Honestly, if I couldn't go with my husband, I probably would have come up with an excuse why I couldn't go in the first place. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I guess it's ta-ta for now. Bye, guys.